We are at Santa Rosa Junior College's Bailey Field for a huge college football game today. The Bay 6 conference title is on the line as College of San Mateo, undefeated in conference play at 3-0, takes on the Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cubs at 2-1. A win by Santa Rosa today could throw the conference into a three-way tie for first place. Hello everyone, I'm Dave Cox along with Les Richardson, and a lot of anticipation for this one. Santa Rosa Junior College has done it all year with their defense. They're playing good football, but College of San Mateo coming off a win over CCSF last week. They've got to be feeling confident coming in here, and they want to wrap up this conference. They do not want that three-way tie.
No, I think that after their defensive kind of played great for them all year, I expect them to keep playing great. And, you know, last year I talked to Coach Dante DePaulo, the Santa Rosa defensive coordinator. He did a great job against this style offense, so I think he's feeling confident in what his, game plan is.
Last week, the Bear Cubs defeated DVC here at home, and they did it rather convincingly, Les. They did it with special teams, they did it with defense.
Yeah, I think they're going to continue that. Now, with the special teams, the punt block here, they got Presley Piatti and Ryan Frazier. Those guys are going to look to make big plays. I mean, obviously, when the defensive special teams comes up and then it turns it into points, it sure takes the pressure off your offense. And, they have the players definitely that can make that happen. And they call it the gang blue here. They just swarm the ball. And when you look at all the teams that want to do well in the playoffs, they have great defensive. And so great effort with all the players. And they're always, Presley Piatti there coming, big guy coming from the inside. And here when they're giving up the big play, they come back and punch the ball out and get another turnover. I mean, with players having great effort like that, you can always expect something to happen.
Chris James knocking the ball loose right there. Great play. There's Mitch Hood, the quarterback for the Bear Cubs, hoping to have a big game. He's done very well. He wasn't a quarterback in high school, at least not the entirety of his career, but he's done enough this year to keep the offense moving. They put 44 points on the board last week, so that says a lot about Mitch Hood and what he's capable of doing.
Yeah, throwing for over 2,000 yards. I saw him at the beginning of the year and struggled a little bit, but man, he sure has come on here and really become a leader.
Big win last week for College of San Mateo, and it was their running back that broke it. Keenan, sophomore, a 30-yard run late in the game, and that was what did it against CCSF. They needed that run. They were behind. It was a back-and-forth game, and Keenan Smith gave them the lead that they never relinquished against CCSF.
When you're at this level of football, you always need somebody to step up and make the play. The coaches put them in the right spots, and when you get an athlete that steps up and makes the play, that's what happens. I truly believe with the great athletes they have here at Santa Rosa, you never know what's going to happen.
They're honoring veterans today, and here is our national anthem. So there you have it. We're going to take a quick break right here as we get set for the start of the game here. It is the College of San Mateo Bulldogs taking on Santa Rosa Junior College coming up next here on YSN365.com.
Hard work, sacrifice, character. These are the hallmarks of a great football team or a great company. Well-trained people in the right positions at the right time is the strategy, and commitment is the fuel that drives it. At Oil Stop, we share many of these values. Like a great football team, constant, ongoing training is the order of the day, because amateurs do it right some of the time, professionals do it right all the time. Stop by Oil Stop and watch our team in action. We think you'll like what you see. Hard work, sacrifice, character. These are the hallmarks of a great football team or a great company. Well-trained people in the right positions at the right time is the strategy, and commitment is the fuel that drives it. At Oil Stop, we share many of these values. Like a great football team, constant, ongoing training is the order of the day, because amateurs do it right some of the time, professionals do it right all the time. Stop by Oil Stop and watch our team in action. We think you'll like what you see. Hard work, sacrifice, character. These are the hallmarks of a great football team or a great company. Well-trained people in the right positions at the right time is the strategy, and commitment is the fuel that drives it. At Oil Stop, we share many of these values. Like a great football team, constant, ongoing training is the order of the day, because amateurs do it right some of the time, professionals do it right all the time. Stop by Oil Stop and watch our team in action. We think you'll like what you see.
For the best in California comfort food in a friendly environment, come to Emily's Kitchen in Montgomery Village for breakfast and lunch with fresh soups daily along with sandwiches and salads. A neighborhood gathering place right near Montgomery High School. It's Emily's Kitchen. For the best in California comfort food in a friendly environment, come to Emily's Kitchen in Montgomery Village for breakfast and lunch with fresh soups daily along with sandwiches and salads. A neighborhood gathering place right near Montgomery High School. It's Emily's Kitchen. For the best in California comfort food in a with the blue trim, the Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cubs will be in their navy blue with white and red trim, and we are just about ready to go. College of San Mateo bunched up on the far side, dropping back deep. Jannaric James and Ben Putnam. Putnam had a great kick return last week for the Bear Cubs, which set them up in great field position. They'll try to do it again here on the opening kickoff. Gets a nice block. He's out past the 30 to the 40. He's got some room at midfield. Putnam on a foot race, and he is knocked out near the 35-yard line as he returns it deep into San Mateo territory. Keenan Johnson knocked him out. There is a penalty marker down late. What a great return.
Great footing. He made a great
for
cut
the Bear
there.
Cubs, would set them up in great field position. They'll try to do it again here on the opening.
He made a great cut, and then it was just a matter of speed. And with CSM, they had the angle on him, but what a great return. Outstanding.
So we'll see Kirk Mason, our referee, will give us an idea. And it's a personal foul against San Mateo, so they're going to tack on to the end of this run. He was knocked out at the 35. Bear Cubs are going to have the ball at the 20, so they will start off in the red zone. And that is exactly how you draw it up on the chalkboard for the special teams coach.
Yeah, you can't ask for much better field position to start on the 20.
So the Bear Cubs with Mitch Hood, Jannaric James. Three receivers to the far side of the field. First pass is complete. And that is Rodson Kialoi, who hasn't played a whole lot this year, and he picks up about 3 yards on first down.
A nice little slant pattern out of the tryst formation. They're lined up in what looks like a man, and just a little pick play.
There's your starting lineup for the Bear Cubs. Johnson, Putnam, Gaspar, and Beltran, the key guys at wide receiver. See if Mitch Hood can get the ball to them today. Here we go, second down. It's James, and he stutter steps and loses a yard. Nice job by the defense as Colt Dowdy makes the tackle. He has 50 tackles on the year and an interception. Very good player out of Los Gatos High School. And he gets James for a loss. So a third down and about 8.5 yards to go here for the Bear Cubs as we are just underway. The Bear Cubs trying to score on their first possession, and Hood is looking and firing. He's got Putnam. He's going to be short of the first down at the 12-yard line. They do pick up 7 yards. Very nice tackle in the open field that time by Jordy Hindy. Has a couple of interceptions this year out of Fremont High School. And it's going to be fourth down. The Bear Cubs are going to try to kick a field goal to take the lead. Here comes Andros Pedroza.
It was a nice route by Ben Putnam, a little dig route with the man coverage. It's hard to defend. Nice throw, nice completion.
Pedroza gave the Bear Cubs the lead last week with an early field goal. He'll try to do it right here. It's a 31-yarder. Albert Beltran is the holder. Low snap, handled well. Pedroza's kick is up and good, and the Bear Cubs take the lead on their opening possession, set up by the kickoff return by Ben Putnam. We'll take a break right here, and we'll be back. It's San Mateo's turn to get their hands on the football when we come back here to Bailey Field.
Live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance. We've got your back.
Highlights presented by Meade Clark Lumber Company.
These are the hallmarks of a great football team or a great company. Well-trained people in the right positions at the right time is the strategy, and commitment is the fuel that drives it. At Oil Stop, we share many of these values. Like a great football team, constant, ongoing training is the order of the day, because amateurs do it right some of the time, professionals do it right all the time. Stop by Oil Stop and watch our team in action. We think you'll like what you see.
For the best in California comfort food in a friendly environment, come to Emily's Kitchen in Montgomery Village for breakfast and lunch with fresh soups daily along with sandwiches and salads. A neighborhood gathering place right near Montgomery High School. It's Emily's Kitchen.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live.
All right, so we're getting ready for the kickoff now as San Mateo scores on their opening possession. Both teams are on the board. Ben Putnam will try it again. Same spot where he returned the opening kickoff deep into San Mateo territory. This time he cuts to the middle, and he is stopped cold at the 16-yard line. Meeting him head on that time is Dorzell Hicks. Nice open field tackle. Hicks out of Sacramento's Grant High School.
Makes it a little tougher when they pin him over in that corner like that. It makes it easier for the cover team. Really got him pinned over there inside the numbers, inside the 10.
So first down and 10 now. Mitch Hood. The pass complete to Kurt Johnson, and he gets a couple yards, and that's it. Nice open field tackle by Hindy.
I really like those drag routes or the crossing routes like that when you get a lot of the man coverage here. It really forces guys to chase the route, especially if he keeps getting time like that.
2nd and 9 for Hood and the Bear Cubs. Looking for their first down, and he overthrows, putting him right over the middle. He was wide open.
That time CSM was a little different coverage. They were in what we call a read coverage with the safety off. So that if they can hit that in between the corner read and the safety read, that's a good throw.
So 3rd down and a little more than 8 yards to go for the Bear Cubs. Again, still looking for their first down of the ball game. Balance formation. Hood fires it, complete. Beltran has it, out past the 40 to the 45-yard line. A 25-yard pickup and a Bear Cub first down.
Great diagonal route. They were in the CSM's in the two-man coverage, basically two high safeties. Everybody else matched up man underneath, and it was a great route. Coach Kevin Ballatori, offensive coordinator, has a great call.
Bear Cubs speeding things up as they come to line quickly, and James carries for 3 yards to the 48-yard line. His second carry of the game. James has had a good season for the Bear Cubs. He's averaged over 6.5 yards per carry, and he scored 4 touchdowns. They also like Jay Ferguson, more of a north-south runner, and those two have been the 1-2 punch in the backfield. 2nd down and 8 with 8:30 to go. Hood to throw again.
Nice.
Fires it to Putnam. Putnam with a little shake and bake gets down to the 48-yard line, 2 yards short of the first down as he picks up 6 yards.
Nice. You saw the man route. They ran both crossing routes. It's a great call against when they catch him in that too high man.
3rd and 2. Big play coming up for the Bear Cubs. They try to keep this drive going. They'll throw again. Wide open, Lanny Gaspar. He's got the first down at the 40-yard line. Swarmed by 3 Bulldogs, but he picks up 6 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Nice throw.
6 of 7 now. There's Lenny Wagner, the head coach for the Bear Cubs. Prides himself on defense, and that's been a great formula this year, Les.
Yeah, I think they're going a little up-tempo here might help them a little bit.
Trying to keep CSM from being able to substitute as well right now. They take a little more time here. Kevin Ballatori, the offensive coordinator, signaling plays with Greg Alexander. Some great minds on the sidelines for Santa Rosa. Quick pass to Putnam. And he gets down to the 34-yard line. 6 more yards. Helmet flying that time as Elijah Orr, who has 35 tackles on the year, another player out of Grant High School in Sacramento.
Mitch Hood's ball coming out of his hands is tight spiral on target. You can't ask for a lot more right now. I think they're doing a great job. Everything, they're in a nice flow. And getting back on the ball like that, it gives the quarterback more time to see the coverage.
4 catches now for Putnam. 2nd down and 4. Hood to throw again. He's got some time. He finds Putnam, but a nice open field tackle by Hendy, and he's going to be a couple yards short of the first down as they pick up 2 yards on that one.
Patience. Again, there he goes with the crossing route or drag route, shallow route, whatever terminology you want to use. Again, bringing this receiver from one side to the other side makes that hard on the man coverage.
3rd and a little less than 3. They need to get right to the 30-yard line. Hood will hand it off to James, and he's got the first down as he gets to the 29-yard line. The offensive line doing the job that time up front, and James slips through for a couple yards, and they'll move the chains.
It's not a matter of if Deneric James going to make a play. It's just when. You just wait, and you know he's going to do something. There, you see him, he gets so low, and he fits in every little crack the offensive line gives him.
1st and 10 Bear Cubs at the 29-yard line now as they pick up 3 first downs here on their 2nd possession. Hood forced out of the pocket, but he finds Putnam. Putnam drops the football, and it's going to be called incomplete. It was close. A penalty marker down. We may have a hold behind the line of scrimmage. Latu knocked the football loose for San Mateo. Here comes Kirk Mason, our referee.
It's unfortunate. They have a good drive going here, and those little tiny things put you in a hole, but luckily it's on a first down. They can recover. It's still 4-down territory for them. I really like these crossing routes.
So it'll be 1st and 20 now as they're backed up all the way to the 40-yard line. 5:54 to go. We are in the first quarter. San Mateo leads it 7-3. Hood swings it out to Deneric James, and he is nailed way behind the line of scrimmage. Great open field tackle by Daniel Lavulo. He's had 10 tackles for a loss coming in. He just got his 11th right there.
Yeah, he didn't have time. They had the blitz coming off his backside, so he didn't have time to look at his read over here on the left side. They had a little slant with the wheel. You're hoping the linebacker runs with the swing route, and you hit the slant right behind him, but he had to get rid of the ball.
2nd and a whole bunch now. They need 27 yards for a first down. James settles into the backfield next to Mitch Hood, and Hood will throw. Fires it deep down the middle. Putnam's got it at the 30, gets down to the 27-yard line. So they pick up about 20 of the 27 needed, maybe even 21.
Mitch Hood, look at, he's in the pocket, poised. This ball is on target. The only place he can fit it, right behind the man coverage, just in front of the safety. It was a great catch. He's on fire right now.
3rd down and a little more than 5 now for the Bear Cubs as they pick up a nice chunk in the air. Hood has been on target all but once so far. Hood with time, trying a one-handed catch. Gaspar, and there's a penalty marker down. Could be that the arm was being held by Dion White out of Stockton, the defensive back, and if that's the case, it's going to be a first down for the Bear Cubs.
Again, I like how Mitch Hood stood up in the pocket, didn't get panicked. He had a defender right going by him. I really like his presence.
There you have it, defensive pass interference. So the Bear Cubs will get the automatic first down, and they are in the red zone now at the 19-yard line.
This is a great drive to overcome those penalties. It's a great drive.
First down, Bear Cubs. Hood with time. James tries a one-handed catch and can't get it. Out of the backfield. Guarded well. San Mateo has really done their homework, Les. They are guarding James no matter where he goes, not letting him slip by and get in the open field.
Yeah, obviously, if you know anything about the JC, Santa Rosa's Deneric James, I like to call him dynamic because you know something. He's going to make something happen. And I like the way that San Mateo is changing up their coverage. They look like the two high safeties. Sometimes they're in a read coverage here. They're in a man press on one side and zone on the other, which makes it hard on the quarterback.
Hood with play action, fires it. Beltran can't hang on, and he's just shaken up. He was hit by Kevin Powers over the middle, and he is still slow to get up. See if we can pick it up on the replay.
Again, though, the pocket's folding behind him, and you see the Mitch Hood standing in there with a lot of poise. This pass might have been a little late. You don't really want to leave him, you know, when you're throwing across the middle like that, you don't want to leave him high and in the air because you know that you're going to get contact. And the receivers don't really like getting that stretched out.
Well, Beltran, they don't have a lot of depth at that wide receiver position. Xavier Freeman is a guy who can definitely come in. Give you some scores. San Francisco in a dogfight with De Anza. This is a surprising one. They only won that one by 38-37. De Anza, who had not won a conference game all year, took the Rams to the limit today. Fullerton 35, Orange Coast 14. That one is also a final.
Isn't that why they play the game?
That's why they play the game. Fresno defeated Delta 45-43. Another great game as Beltran is up now. Our live scoring updates are presented by State Farm Insurance agent Don Jump. It looks like Beltran may be okay. Bearcats certainly hope that's the case. Facing a 3rd and 10 now from the 19-yard line. Well within Pedrosa's field goal range. He had a 46-yarder last week, which was his season best.
Nice
4:29 to go here in the first quarter. Dave Cox and Les Richardson bringing you the action. Hood to throw on 3rd down. Wide open, Putnam down inside the 10. He's got another first down. Putnam's 7th catch.
Again, Mitch Hood standing in the pocket, plenty of time, on target. He's doing a great job right now. There you go. You see he's got plenty of time, steps up in the pocket, ball's on target. They're being patient. They haven't taken that deep shot. They're just getting taking what they give them.
First and goal, Bear Cubs from the 8-yard line, trying to retake the lead. Both teams have scored on their opening possessions. Here comes James all the way down to the 4-yard line, taken down by Jaleel Leckie out of Heritage High School in Brentwood. He's a freshman, but a nice gain on 1st down for James.
Nice job by the guys up front. The offensive line got a body dynamic Deneric James just makes those little cuts and gets positive yards.
Yeah, right up the middle. Jalen Soto, the center, doing a nice job. Caden Stewart also got nice push. 2nd down and goal from the 5 now. Good. Flushed. And he'll have to just tuck and go. He gets back to the line of scrimmage as he is sacked for the first time today. Getting there was Hamilton Tuo out of San Lorenzo High School, the sophomore. They're trying to substitute quickly. The Bear Cubs snap it. A bunch of guys were still on the field.
Nice job by Santa Rosa. The Bear Cubs did a great job. I really like it. And again, going back to the last play, though, Mitch Hood knows, hey, we're all covered. Let's not make a mistake here. He tries to get what he can.
Larry Owens is the head coach for San Mateo. He was here for 19 years up until 2008 and then left, came back a few years ago, and now is back at the helm of this program. They get not much on that, half the distance, so they're at about the 3.5-yard line from the 6. 3rd and goal.
But those are things that the coaches have to practice. You know, it takes time.
See if the Bear Cubs can punch it in. 3:20 to go, first quarter. James is the back with Hood. Beltran to throw. He's got Putnam, and Putnam's in. Touchdown. His 8th catch of the ball game. This one for a touchdown.
Nice. That drive had so many ups and downs. I mean, they overcome the penalties, being patient. They never took the deep shot. And again, Mitch Hood has shown great poise on that whole drive. and a nice ball on target.
Big play for the Bear Cubs as they punch it in. Nice drive, too. They go all the way down the field. Pedroza will try and add the point now. And his kick is up. His kick is good. 3:16 to go. We are still in the third quarter. And we've got a good start to this one. Santa Rosa leads San Mateo 10-7. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. For the best in California comfort food in a friendly environment, come to Emily's Kitchen in Montgomery Village for breakfast and lunch with fresh soups daily along with sandwiches and salads. A neighborhood gathering place right near Montgomery High School. It's Emily's Kitchen.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
Bear Cubs kick it off now. Pedroza. And his kick is taken by one of the blockers. And he's out past the 40. Only Jace Griffey back. And it's Keenan Smith who takes it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Special teams have been huge so far. And here's another big play on special teams, this time for College of San Mateo.
Well, I'm sure Santa Rosa is going to have a talk with their guys. You know, last week special teams playing such a big role. They're going to discuss this and make sure guys get back in their lanes. As you can see, Santa Rosa here gets out of their lanes, and it just creates, and as a returner, all you're looking for is that little separation.
San Mateo with great field position on their second possession. Low snap. And trip over his own man, the football loose, but he hit the ground. They're going to call that down by contact. You do not have to be touched by a defender as in the NFL. Jace Griffey thought, hey, I'm going to scoop and score on this, and he would have had a pretty good chance to do that.
It's hard to tell if he did have control. Oh, yeah, he's down. It bounces off his body.
It's a loss of 3 credited to Calmaine. Bobby Calmaine, the quarterback out of Arlington Heights, Illinois. And this ball is on the ground. Big hit. The ball's still on the ground. Picked up by Benjamin. Benjamin has it at the 41. The Bear Cubs take over.
Big play. Big hit. The corner just reads it early and comes up and makes a devastating hit. As a coach, I'd like to see him wrap up on that hit, but knowing these college players want to make that knockout shot, it's a great hit to separate the player from the ball. Now what's outstanding is Santa Rosa puts CSM's defense right back on the field. You know, they spent this, 7 or 8 minutes here on the field. Now they go a couple plays and they're back on.
Huge play. The Bear Cubs take over after the fumble at the 42-yard line with 2:44 to go. James, nice hole to the 49-yard line. Helmets flying as he picks up 9 yards on first down. Biggest run so far for the Bear Cub running back, Jannaric James.
And I think that's another from the last drive. The D-line might be a little bit tired, can't get the guys in and out like they want. And Jannaric James is going to find that crease. You know it's going to happen sooner or later.
James averages 6.7 yards per carry, a 9-yard run there. Here comes James again, and he's got the first down as he slips through to the 46. Pickup of 3. 6th first down for the Bear Cubs.
There's a lot of effort packed in a little package there with Jannaric James. Outstanding effort every time he touches the ball.
First and 10. Here comes Putnam. Has some room. Putnam with a nice move to the 20, to the 10. He's gone. Touchdown. 46 yards.
You could see that, Dave. I was at point the safety was off, linebacker in the box, and that was a hot route. That wasn't what they called in the huddle. That was a hot route and a great move. Great heads up by Mitch Hood again. Ball's on target, on time. You're getting athletes in space, and they're making great play.
Putnam with back-to-back touchdown catches, a 3-yarder and then a 46-yarder. And the Bear Cubs have a chance to take a 10-point lead now. Pedroza. And flags and whistles.
So as you look at it, see there's no safety covering him and no linebacker. The linebacker's in the box, so they went right to him. He makes a great move and gets vertical. You can't ask for anything better. They were coached up and they did a great job. You get an athlete the ball in the space like that, that's tough to cover. I don't know what San Mateo was thinking. You know, maybe they're thinking that they got room using the boundary on the short side of the field. You know, I'm sure their coach over there is going to look at their film and probably say, we don't want to do that. My guess is they had a read coverage in there and one of the linebackers wasn't helping underneath.
Huge play for the Bear Cubs as they now lead it 16-7, pending the extra point. Don't assume anything, as Pedroza tries to give the Bear Cubs a 10-point lead after they fell behind 7-3. Coming up with the fumble once again and turning it into points. The kick is up. And the kick is good. 17-7. Santa Rosa over San Mateo. We'll take a break right here, and we will be back with the kickoff. San Mateo will get their hands back on the football when we return.
Over 100 years. With the right information and the right materials, Mead Clark is the right lumber yard. So shop where the contractors shop, at Mead Clark Lumber.
Today's game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Dawn Jump, bringing 25 years of experience to the Sonoma and Napa Valleys. She'd like to send a personal message to all student athletes. It's not how big you are, it's how big you play. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You can find Dawn online at dawnjump.net for your home, auto, and life insurance needs. So a big drive for the Bear Cubs after the fumble. They now lead it 17-7. Andros Pedroza will kick it off. Big kickoff return last time by Keenan Smith. Bear Cubs will try to avoid that. Low line drive kick that time. Probably a pretty good idea. Smith could have picked it up. He lets it go all the way back to Marshall. Marshall starts left, goes right, and is knocked out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Credit that tackle in the open field to the Bear Cubs, Jalen Hempel out of Novato.
I'm a big fan of that, Dave. You squib it down the field if you're having trouble covering, and that ball bounces funny when it hits the ground. So it gives your coverage team time to get there, and you know, the last one they almost broke. So that's a great call.
Bear Cubs with a nice first quarter, putting some points on the board. Never know when these two teams meet.
Defensive backs are checking some coverage here. They had.
Here comes Keenan Smith through the hole to the 35, out to the 37-yard line as he makes some nice moves, taken down by Blake Gonzalez out of Roseville. That's a pickup of 4 yards. Smith has been the workhorse thus far. They've also kind of split time this year a little bit between two quarterbacks. Ryan Brand has played a lot. Talking with their coaches before the game, they figured that Calmaine would get most or all of the snaps today. Here comes Smith again, and he slides through to the 39-yard line. Getting a hand in there was the Bear Cubs' Adam Blum. Blum, who is all the way from Kristianstad, Sweden. We had some folks watching on the Google Analytics. You can check that out. We had a lot of people in Sweden watching the game last week. I'm assuming friends and relatives of Adam Blum.
Oh, that's outstanding. You can see Keenan Smith for San Mateo. He has that great forward lean you like to see in running backs. He always gets that extra yard or two.
Going Wildcat here. They direct snap it to Smith. And he's going to be very close to the first down. Brought down by Gonzalez, but he got to the 43-yard line, and that will move the chains.
Again, it's that forward lean. He hits the crease, and even after contact, he's getting another 2 yards, and that moves the chains. As you see here, they just get a little crease, but he's got that forward lean after contact. He got almost 3 yards after contact, and he's moving when Blake Gonzalez is not a small guy. He's 320 pounds, and he's moving him.
Nice job lead blocking there by George Moore, the 6'7", 315-pound freshman out of Deer Valley High School in Antioch, and he took care of Presley Pigliotti on that play. Nice job. 1st and 10. Calmain to throw. A little high and incomplete, and it's going to be pass interference called on Miles Gardia, who was draped over Marshall. Flag came from a long way away, and I'm sure Lenny Wagner is going to say, hey, you were not in great position to make that call. The line judge who made that call from the near sideline. Here's Kirk Mason, the referee.
Miles Gardia was in man coverage there when receiver planted and went on the crossing route. Miles jumped it. I think he jumped it so fast he didn't realize he was that close to the guy.
No, the football's loose. Calmain kept it, and he is brought down by Gardia way back at the 39-yard line. That's a loss of 7 yards. Miles Gardia, who had been called for the pass interference, they do give him forward progress. It's only going to be a loss of 5, but nonetheless, 2nd and 15 for College of San Mateo as Miles Gardia gets there.
He came off the edge untouched. It looked like College San Mateo had to turn back protection the other way, and nobody picked up Miles off the left side here.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Santa Rosa with a 17-7 lead. The teams will switch sides, and we'll be back with the start of quarter number 2 here at Bailey Field. Santa Rosa Junior College up 17-7.
Hard work, sacrifice, character. These are the hallmarks of a great football team or a great company. Well-trained people in the right positions at the right time is the strategy, and commitment is the fuel that drives it. At Oil Stop, we share many of these values. Like a great football team, constant, ongoing training is the order of the day, because amateurs do it right some of the time, professionals do it right all the time. Stop by Oil Stop and watch our team in action. We think you'll like what you see.
For the best in California comfort food in a friendly environment, come to Emily's Kitchen in Montgomery Village for breakfast and lunch with fresh soups daily along with sandwiches and salads. A neighborhood gathering place right near Montgomery High School. It's Emily's Kitchen.
And we are ready for the start of quarter number 2. Santa Rosa leading this one 17-7. San Mateo facing a 2nd and 15. Bobby Calmain, their quarterback, engineered a great scoring drive to start the game. Since then, the Bear Cubs have stopped them, and they're throwing a little bit long. Wide open was Lene Latu. Made 20 catches this year, 431 yards and 5 touchdowns. That one was just a little over his head.
It looked like Santa was trying to hide their coverage, and they're talking about it right now. They were trying to hide the coverage and didn't adjust. Because they had 2 wide open receivers, you couldn't get the ball out here.
So CSM facing a 3rd down and 15 now from the 41-yard line. Calmain to throw. Out of the backfield, Smith, and a nice job in the open field. Taken down by Ryan Frazier out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. He had that big punt block last week. And here he makes a big play to turn back San Mateo. The Bulldogs will punt.
Takes a great angle. And open field tackles at the college level are very difficult to make. You got athletes in space. He takes a great angle, so the guy's only got the sideline. He keeps inside leverage. Outstanding play.
Low kick. James will have a chance to pick this one up on a couple bounces back at the 15-yard line. Makes the first guy miss and the second guy. James out to the 29-yard line, a 14-yard return, and then a late penalty marker goes down.
Actually, that was a great job by Riley Munson. He got the guy turned that was the first guy down to cover it on generic James. He did a great job to get in front of him so he could have leverage. Because at first when he had his hands on him, it looked like it was going to be a clip. He worked to the front side so they could get a few yards out of the return. I mean, it's a 15-yard difference.
So the Bear Cubs are going to get backed up. Called for the illegal
What number
block.
did they call that on?
Might have been on Zach Hugh out of Fortuna. Or excuse me, Xavier Freeman. Yeah, that would make sense because Zach Hugh is a backup quarterback. Not likely to be out there on special teams. You never know. So Santa Rosa now taking over deep in their own territory. Was a decent return. However, they're going to start the 18. Mitch Hood finding Putnam again. He has been the man all the way out to the 33. A 15-yard pickup, his 10th catch. And we are just barely into the second quarter.
Well, and here we go as Mitch Hood sits in the pocket, puts the ball right in where it needs to be. It can only fit in a small area there.
What a day for Putnam. Here comes Jay Ferguson, his first carry, and Ferguson gets out to the 37-yard line as he picks up 4 yards. Powers makes the tackle. Ferguson had a big 42-yard run last week, which set the Bear Cubs up down to the 2-yard line. He ended up pounding it in a couple of plays later. That was a big play in the football game. They gave him a good spot. He's all the way out to the 43-yard line, so we'll call it a 5-yard gain, bringing up 2nd and 5 for Santa Rosa with 13:36 to go here in this second quarter. Mitch Hood takes the snap and gives it to Ferguson again, and this time Ferguson is stopped near the line of scrimmage.
That time San
Bulow was in
Mateo
on the tackle.
That time San Mateo had a little pinched up inside. The defensive line really pinched hard onto the run there.
Jannard James coming back into the game now for Santa Rosa. 3rd and 5 for the Bear Cubs now.
San Mateo's defense, some of their defenders are gasping. You can see some of them, they're tired.
Fake the handoff, get it to Beltran, and he's got the first down as he reaches across to the 45-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Mitch Hood has been dynamite so far. That's his 15th completion out of 18 attempts.
Outstanding. I mean, he's sitting in the pocket. He had an unblocked guy coming, as you see there, and he put the ball right on target. Great poise.
Having one of his best games of the season, and it couldn't come at a better time for Santa Rosa Junior College. 1st and 10 from the 45, looking deep for Kerr Johnson. Johnson is out there, and he's got it. Johnson inside the 20 as he beats his man deep downfield. Keenan Johnson, what a catch.
Outstanding. Laid the ball to where only he could catch it. And you know who was open up top? Even he had Ben Putnam open on the other side of the field, so he had options. I like this. Santa Rosa getting right back on the ball.
39 yards on the play.
So even if they just hard count him here, they get to Mitch Hood gets to see the coverage, which he's looking at. Nice.
10th first down for the Bear Cubs. Looking into the end zone. That one thrown where no one can get it. Lonnie Gaspar, the intended receiver.
And that's Mitch Hood showing maturity. There was nobody open. As you look, they ran a little out route with a fade. Oh, then the replay here, and look at that ball. It's outside shoulder. Kerr Johnson, it's just a matter of when, again, with him. We always wait for him to make that outstanding catch.
2nd and 10 now from the 17-yard line. Bear Cubs trying to add to a 10-point lead. Trying to send this conference into a 3-way tie. Hood with time finds Kerr Johnson for a couple to the 14-yard line. Keenan Johnson makes the tackle. Those two matching up today.
It's only a couple of yard completion, but again, you're getting an athlete like Kerr Johnson, the ball out in space, a missed tackle here or there, and he's going to score. So again, Mitch Hood steps up in the pocket, delivers the ball right on target.
Evan Ballatore shouting instructions to quarterback Mitch Hood. Nice crowd here today, which should pick up as the ball game goes along. Nice to see the support for the Bear Cubs as they face a 3rd and 7. Good steps up over the middle, batted down, intended for Putnam. Great job getting a hand in there. Kava Maka defended that well. He's out of Sarah High School in San Mateo.
That was a deep crossing route, a little bit behind him, but again, you know, Mitch Hood steps up in the pocket and delivered the ball with very good velocity. Now, I give Coach Ballatore a bad time, the offensive coordinator at Santa Rosa here. I always give him a bad time. You know, he never saw a deep pass he didn't like, and here tonight he's throwing all these short routes, taking what they're giving him.
Pedroza will try this one from 30 yards out. Good snap. And he's got it as Pedroza makes it 20-7 with 11:14 to go here in the second quarter. The Bear Cubs up by 13 now. And we'll take a break right here, and we'll be back with the kickoff. The Bear Cubs leading it 20-7 over the Bulldogs here on YSN365.com.
In a friendly environment, come to Emily's Kitchen in Montgomery Village for breakfast and lunch with fresh soups daily along with sandwiches and salads. A neighborhood gathering place right near Montgomery High School. It's Emily's Kitchen.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We are invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
Bear Cubs cheerleaders having a great time. They lead it 20-7. And Pedroza will kick it off now for Santa Rosa as San Mateo trailing. They were kind of back and forth with San Francisco, but they never trailed by this much last week in their win over CCSF. Taking this one out past the 30-yard line, breaking a tackle is Rassam Fontanet, and he gets all the way out past the 45 to the 47. Fontanet with a great return for CSM.
Yeah, show good balance. Again, when you kick it right down the middle of the field, right? He takes the kickoff right in the middle of the field. He's waiting for a lane with good balance, gets his crease, nice cutback. And obviously, you know, you see an athlete out in the open field like that, it's tough to contain him. I wouldn't be surprised if Santa to come back to squib it next time they kick off.
Every time they've kicked deep, San Mateo's burned them. So here we go, 1st and 10, San Mateo with good field position to start this drive at their own 47, and a couple of Bear Cubs jump. That's going to cost Santa Rosa 5. 3rd penalty against the Bear Cubs. That puts San Mateo across midfield. Straight ahead, Keenan Smith, and he gets down to the 47-yard line, a gain of just 1. Running into a brick wall of Bear Cubs. Pugliotti was in on the tackle. 2nd down and about 3.5 yards to go. Comes Smith again, Gardia, Pugliotti, and they stop him short by about a yard at the 44-yard line. 2 more yards for Smith, who's now carried 10 times for 29 yards for San Mateo.
If San Mateo looks at play action here, or if they're going to try to get the first down with 3rd and a yard, they're probably going to. My guess is they're going to try to get the first down with a run here.
They're going to throw. Calmain out of backfield, complete. Splitting a couple defenders is Finney Fuyaki, as he's made his 3rd catch of the game, and it's a big one.
Then again, what do I know? It was a perfect play action down. My feeling was they haven't had the ball for long this quarter, so I thought maybe they were going to try to be a little more conservative, but they're still just going right at it.
1st and 10. Here comes Smith straight ahead. And he's down to the 35-yard line as he picks up 3 yards on 1st down. Tagovailoa makes the tackle right in the middle of the field for Santa Rosa Junior College. Adam Blum was also there. 2nd and 7 from the 35. San Mateo desperately needing to get something going after scoring on their opening drive and taking the lead. They've been stymied by Santa Rosa's defense. Calmaine to throw, and it's high and incomplete, intended for Marshall on the far side.
Yeah, the opening receiver probably got rid of that a little earlier than he needed to. He didn't get all the way, his body all the way turned, and the ball kind of sailed away from the receiver.
Going to make it 3rd and 7 now for Calmaine. Calmaine to throw, and he's in trouble. He is sacked. Tagovailoa gets there. Also in on, yeah, that is Tagovailoa. Also there for the Bear Cubs. Stelzner was in the area. Also coming there was Baxter Ming out of El Molino.
Great job. I mean, they had time, but when the receivers recovered, the defensive line stayed tenacious.
Ming and Tagovailoa credited with the sack. 4th down and a punt coming up.
Good job by the secondary to cover everybody up.
James dropping back. He calls for a fair catch and lets it go. It's into the end zone. The Bear Cubs will take back over as the defense does its job. They get a stop. San Mateo scored on their first possession, has not scored since. It's 20-7 Santa Rosa with 8:35 to go here in the 2nd quarter.
Now we'll see if Coach Ballatore stays with his game plan or he takes a shot early. I really like the way they've controlled the tempo. They get up on the ball. The quarterback has plenty of time to look at the defense. And it's the old Bill Walsh style. Everything's underneath, and then every once in a while you're going to take that shot. You know, he's taking one shot, I think, down to Kerr here, and that's Kerr Johnson on that one long pass. Besides that, everything crossing routes on target.
Tremendous completion percentage so far for Hood. He's completed 17 of 22 for 195. He'll try to add to that. Kerr Johnson has it, and it's called a catch at the 25-yard line as they pick up 5 yards on 1st down. Johnson's 4th catch of the game. Putnam has had a huge game. 10 catches here in the first half, 2 for a touchdown. They only give Johnson 4 on that, so 2nd and 6 for the Bear Cubs. 8:24 to go here in this 2nd quarter. Putnam goes in motion and movement. Bear Cubs jump. Right guard, Caden Stewart out of Boise, Idaho. That's going to make it 2nd and 11. Easy come, easy go for the Bear Cubs here. San Mateo, who lost their opening game and lost to Fresno and American River, has not lost in conference play. That's what really matters if you're hoping to go to the state championship. And there's a sack for the Bulldogs. First man on the scene was Takua Ahoya out of St. Francis High School in San Mateo. And that sack is all the way back at the 10-yard line.
Everybody was covered, and unfortunately, when everybody's covered, and they did a great job in keeping Mitch Hood in the pocket, so he had nowhere to go. But again, Mitch Hood wasn't going to force the ball. The defense did a great job. Takua Ahoya. That'd be a fun name to say, isn't it? Takua Ahoya.
3rd and a bunch. Yeah, there's some tongue twisters on this San Mateo team. Comes James trying to get a little chunk back, and he doesn't get much as Ahoya makes the tackle again.
That's 2 positives. They get a couple of yards for the punter, and the clock's running. So, I'm good with that. Coach Ballatore there, and thinking, hey, if they can get it, they can get a little more room for the punter, and the clock's running. you know, they're in control.
Dalton Mullins, one of the best kickers in the nation at the community college level, will have to do his job right here. He's going to kick it out of the end zone. He may hit it right at about the end line. Mullins out of Windsor High School has averaged over 40 yards a kick. And this one goes a little bit off the side of the foot. We'll get a decent roll out of it, and it does its job as it gets out near midfield. Only about 40 yards net, but no return.
You know, going back to the third down play, you know, you're looking at 3rd and 20, and they run the little zone cutback there. But it's never a bad thing to give Deneric James the ball. You know, people might be looking at that, oh, why are they doing that, 3rd and 20? Well, you know, they're in control here. The clock was running, and giving Deneric James the ball is never a bad thing.
I would agree with that, and here we go. 1st and 10, San Mateo from midfield. Cal Main to throw, it's tipped and incomplete. Henry Stelzner got a hand on that one. He's been a great defender all year out of Montgomery High School. Stelzner has made 40 tackles this year, 1 interception. That was a pick 6, in fact.
Great reaction. The ball was thrown behind Stelzner. He had to change direction and stick his arm up there. It was great reaction.
2nd and 10, Cal Main to throw. Smith out of the backfield. Has first down yardage. Penalty markers down. One of the Bear Cubs is down. He's got the first down at the 37-yard line. Actually retreated back behind it, but right at the point of attack, players put their heads down. I believe somebody's going to get called for helmet to helmet right here. Tuefa slow to get up for the Bear Cubs.
It was almost it's a swing pass. It's almost a pick play on Stelzner where the outside receiver comes in and picks on Stelzner.
Helmet to helmet may have also been a block in the back.
Yeah, I couldn't quite see what happened to the player that's down. All the staff there is looking over him.
His feet are moving. Referee's trying to get people back away, create a little space for him.
Yeah, you can see him moving his legs quite a bit here. That's a good sign.
We're going to take a look at that play one more time.
So they had the swing pass going out, the pick on Stelzner.
This may be the block in the black back right there. And then you see it's Piliotti, I believe, who is down. Presley Piliotti. It was hard to pick up the number.
I think what it was is the running back was cutting back into him at the same time he might have dropped his head a little bit and got a little stunned. It might have happened sooner than he expected it. But you can see him, he's moving his legs, which is always positive. When you're standing on the field next to Piliotti, he's an impressive looking person. I was down there in pregame, and he's for a linebacker, he looks NFL style. He's a big guy.
So we're going to take a quick break right here, and we'll be back with more. We'll hope that Presley Piliotti is all right when we return here to Bailey Field. It's 20-7 Santa Rosa over San Mateo. For the best in California comfort food in a friendly environment, come to Emily's Kitchen in Montgomery Village for breakfast and lunch with fresh soups daily along with sandwiches and salads. A neighborhood gathering place right near Montgomery High School. It's Emily's Kitchen.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We are invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
Highlights presented by Meade Clark Lumber Company, locally owned and part of the community for over 100 years. With the right information and the right materials, Meade Clark is the right lumber yard. So shop where the contractors shop, at Meade Clark Lumber.
Hard work, sacrifice, character. These are the hallmarks of a great football team or a great company. Well-trained people in the right positions at the right time is the strategy, and commitment is the fuel that drives it. At Oil Stop, we share many of these values. Like a great football team, constant, ongoing training is the order of the day, because amateurs do it right some of the time, professionals do it right all the time. Stop by Oil Stop and watch our team in action. We think you'll like what you see.
For the best in California comfort food in a friendly environment, come to Emily's Kitchen in Montgomery Village for breakfast and lunch with fresh soups daily along with sandwiches and salads. A neighborhood gathering place right near Montgomery High School. It's Emily's Kitchen.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
Highlights presented by Meade Clark Lumber Company, locally owned and part of the community for over 100 years. With the right information and the right materials, Meade Clark is the right lumber yard. So shop where the contractors shop, at Meade Clark Lumber.
Today's game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Dawn Jump, bringing 25 years of experience to the Sonoma and Napa Valleys. She'd like to send a personal message to all student athletes. It's not how big you are, it's how big you play. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You can find Dawn online at dawn@dawnjump.net for your home, auto, and life insurance needs. Really appreciate our sponsors helping us to bring you the action here today.
Hard work, sacrifice, character. These are the hallmarks of a great football team or a great company. Well-trained people in the right positions at the right time is the strategy, and commitment is the fuel that drives it. At Oil Stop, we share many of these values. Like a great football team, constant, ongoing training is the order of the day, because amateurs do it right some of the time, professionals do it right all the time. Stop by Oil Stop and watch our team in action. We think you'll like what you see.
Presley Pigliotti, the injured Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cub, dead silence here as everyone hopes that he is able to recover here. They have brought the stretcher out and the ambulance ready to take him off the field. Certainly an emotional leader of this defense, as you see the stunned crowd here at Santa Rosa Junior College.
It's nice to see the staff. They're just taking their time. He was moving his legs. They told him, don't move. Make sure everything's okay. I mean, Presley Pigliotti going down is going to affect their defense, but the staff is just making sure he's okay. Always when you have a situation like this, they're going to err in the side of caution. Presley Pigliotti is not only huge for the defense, but like I was saying earlier, he's a large person down there, and moving at that as fast as he moves with that big body. He's 6'1", 255 pounds, and runs. So any collision he have is going to be a violent collision.
We're going to take a look at it one more time. We'll see what happened on this play. The officials still haven't marched off any penalty yardage, which is going to be a part of things. We're going to try this one more time.
So I think it starts out as a swing route here, Dave, and they come in and they block down on Stelzner, and it leaves the back open when Stelzner's trying to work to the flat from his linebacker position. And when they block down on Stelzner, Pigliotti has to come out of the middle to recover because the down block on Stelzner. I think Piatti was running such a long distance and at such a high rate of speed, he couldn't adjust as the runner corrected and tried to plant back, come back inside. So as you see, here's the swing route. You see the block down at the top of the screen here on Stelzner, and Piatti is coming over the top, taking the angle as the back cuts back here, and it's both of them, you know, hitting very hard. You can see he knocked the runner backwards, and he just went down right there. I think it probably surprised him. They were both collision a little earlier, and like I said before, he's a large person hitting with a great deal of force, and it was a violent collision. But one of the positives is we saw his legs moving, and you can obviously from up here you could see they were talking to him.
They still haven't attempted to lift him and get him onto the stretcher. So we'll step aside one more time and take a break. You'll hear from our sponsors for today's game, and once again, we hope that Piatti is okay when we come back.
Hard work, sacrifice, character. These are the hallmarks of a great football team or a great company. Well-trained people in the right positions at the right time is the strategy, and commitment is the fuel that drives it. At Oil Stop, we share many of these values. Like a great football team, constant, ongoing training is the order of the day, because amateurs do it right some of the time, professionals do it right all the time. Stop by Oil Stop and watch our team in action. We think you'll like what you see.
For the best in California comfort food in a friendly environment, come to Emily's Kitchen in Montgomery Village for breakfast and lunch with fresh soups daily along with sandwiches and salads. A neighborhood gathering place right near Montgomery High School. It's Emily's Kitchen.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
Highlights presented by Meade Clark Lumber Company, locally owned and part of the community for over 100 years. With the right information and the right materials, Meade Clark is the right lumber yard. So shop where the contractors shop, at Meade Clark Lumber. For the best in California comfort food in a friendly environment, come to Emily's Kitchen in Montgomery Village for breakfast and lunch with fresh soups daily along with sandwiches and salads. A neighborhood gathering place right near Montgomery High School. It's Emily's Kitchen.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
Highlights presented by Meade Clark Lumber Company, locally owned and part of the community for over 100 years. With the right information and the right materials, Meade Clark is the right lumber yard. So shop where the contractors shop, at Meade Clark Lumber.
Presley Piatti finally being lifted here. And a nice hand from the crowd. Boy, what a scary moment. All the Bear Cub players now are going to jog a little bit, try to get the legs back. They've been standing for a good solid 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, this is the time when you want those guys with the tight hamstrings to make sure they're getting loosened back up. Too many times, especially receivers and DBs that seem to have the more sensitive muscles. You want to make sure that they get warmed up. obviously they're all concerned, and most of the team went over there to say goodbye. They're actually lining up here as they are going to.
Yeah, they're going to see him off the field. Basically, they're going to create a tunnel for Presley Pigliotti as a show of support.
College San Mateo doing the same thing, standing there in respect. You got to like that. That's perfect. I mean, they both are out here battling in the game. Somebody gets hurt, they take time out, make sure he's taken care of. Now they're going to go back and play a game.
Still have some penalty yardage to assess on the play. Go back up! End up. We certainly wish the best to Presley Pigliotti. He's been such a great part of this team. Heart and soul, that defense for Santa Rosa. Big news in scores was San Francisco barely got by Deanza, 38-37. That's a final. Had they lost that game, this game would truly be for the conference championship. As it is, it would mean a three-way tie. Then they go to power points to decide who gets the automatic berth, and I believe Santa Rosa is in the driver's seat right now with their 7-1 record. San Mateo has 3 losses, San Francisco a couple of losses. So big game here, no matter how you slice it.
So for the bowl games, how would that, with the loss to San Francisco, how would Santa Rosa, how would that?
I believe Santa Rosa would still get the automatic berth because they lead in power points, and that would be the tiebreaker in terms of the conference championship. So that will all be sorted out in the next couple of weeks. 2nd and 10, they're going to call this. Calmaine to throw, and it's incomplete, almost intercepted by Justin Tuefa out of Pioneer High School. He had a pretty good shot at that, but the pass is incomplete. San Mateo back up near midfield. Never really was sure what the penalty was. I believe it was a block in the back.
Yeah.
It was ended up calling it against San Mateo, so that's why they were backed up. 3rd and 10 from the midfield. Stelzner showing blitz on the near side, and he is coming. Calmaine's throw to the middle is complete. Marshall has it, and he's got a first down inside the 35, finally brought down by Benjamin at the 33-yard line, a pickup of 17 yards for CSM.
Yeah, it was open. You see San Mateo picks up the blitz, the pocket collapsed, but there's no help underneath in the middle because it was on the blitz.
17-yard pickup for the Bulldogs. CSM trying to get back in the football game, trailing by 13. Here's Keenan Smith straight ahead. Nice hole. Smith all the way down to the 24-yard line as he carries for 9 yards on first down. The Bear Cubs having to do this without one of their emotional leaders and certainly one of their best defenders in Preston Pigliotti. We'll see if the rest of the Bear Cubs defense can rally. 2nd down and 1. Smith again looking for the first down. And he's got it as he gets to the 20-yard line. 5 more yards. His 13th carry of the ball game.
They put Miles Garcia on the inside backer. Now moved him from outside to inside. Now Ryan Frazier is at the outside backer.
Approaching the 5-minute mark here of the second quarter. Certainly a key possession for College of San Mateo, trailing 20-7 in this football game with the first half winding down. Smith for the 3rd straight time, and Adam Blum takes him down from behind after a gain of 2.
Yeah, Dave, I think absolutely is a key possession. I think they need to show some kind of ball control here, and somehow if they come away with just 3 points here, which they're in field goal range it looks like right now, anything, give them something. If they don't get points out of this drive, I think it's going to carry over to the second half. Ball's on the ground.
Turf. Calmaine dives on it back at the 20. It's a loss of 2, but that certainly could have been worse.
Yeah, going back, Dave, I think it is a key drive for them with just 4 minutes, just over 4 minutes left here. You got to come away with some points here and leave your offense on the field for a little while.
3rd and 9. Smith again, and he gets to the 16. It's going to be a 4th and about 5. Huge play coming up for College of San Mateo. They're going to go for it.
Go for it to try to draw him off and kick a field goal.
Defense!
they haven't made a signal over there yet. Oh, there it is. So either they're going to try to draw them off, or they're going for it. Yeah, trying to draw them off.
We're down, almost jumping. The Bear Cubs get away with it, and the pass is high and incomplete, as Tagalua was very close to jumping that time. As it is, the Bear Cubs take over on downs as the defense holds San Mateo.
Yeah,
3:28 to go in the half. Big stand right there.
I don't know if you take a shot in the end zone right there. I think you work, if you're going to go for it, might as well try to get the first down. Just to take the shot in the end zone, and not a great throw, obviously. The defense was all over it. Trying to draw them off and just get the first down, but to take the shot in the end zone, maybe the coach said, hey, we'll take the shot here. If not, to me, if they kick the field goal, you get some points out of it. They may not get the ball back here.
Bear Cubs maybe a little conservative here. We'll see what happens. They throw it out of the backfield to James with the marker down behind the line. The ball is fumbled, and it's picked up. White has it, and he gets all the way down to the 31-yard line. Wow.
I don't know if I
marker down, but I believe this play is going to stand. The Bulldogs will decline it.
There's a flag back behind the line of scrimmage.
Keenan Johnson, that picked up that fumble.
Again, they set the scrimmage up. Hood really buys his time in here, and dynamic James is making plays. And good hit, and ball just popped out. The tackler wasn't even trying to pop the ball out. Eric James is trying to make the tackle.
Keenan Johnson out of San Lorenzo High School. He's a 6 foot, 185-pound sophomore. He was in the right place at the right time, and San Mateo's offense is right back on the field at the Bear Cub 30-yard line.
That might have been 10 seconds after I said they might not get the ball back.
Way to jinx it. 3:14 to go in the half. Pump fake by Calmain, and that's incomplete. The pass broken up by Jace Griffey out of El Cerrito. The El Cerrito connection continues to pay off here for Santa Rosa. Griffey, Benjamin, all three from El Cerrito High School. So I'm playing high school. That was a great high school football team. Defense back in high school. They were very good on offense as well. Yeah. 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. Calmain with time, and it's batted down. They're going to call pass interference on Griffey. He came from behind, and the official, who was way in the back of the end zone, called it. Bear Cubs are saying the pass was tipped, and therefore it should not be pass interference. Not sure if anyone's going to agree with that, wearing stripes, however. Yeah, it might have been tipped right there.
It's hard to tell, and then from our angle, he might have had the backside of his hand on the side that the referee can see before the ball got there. We can't see that from our angle.
Let's see if the ball, well, it might have been tipped. That's the tail end of it. We'll try again, see if we can see it. Might have been tipped. Here we go. Nope, this is the play before. Here it is. Right there.
Yeah, might have.
Brian Frazier, I believe, got a hand on that.
It might have.
Officials didn't see it. It's going to be a first down for CSM at the 15-yard line. Calmain will throw over the middle. Marshall's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, San Mateo, as they put points on the board here late in this first half. A big play right there as Ramaya Marshall out of San Lorenzo High School scores his sixth touchdown of the year.
Yeah, Santa Rosa is what we call a read coverage. They might call it palms coverage. They look at the second receiver inside, and based on his route is what the coverage turns into. And
kick is no good. He missed it. That's big because the Bear Cubs had a field goal, so that makes it a 7-point lead. So Marshall scores from 15. It's now 20-13. We'll take a break right here, and we'll be back with the kickoff. We'll see if the Bear Cubs can put points on the board with 2:56 to go in the half.
Hard work, sacrifice, character. These are the hallmarks of a great football team or a great company. Well-trained people in the right positions at the right time is the strategy, and commitment is the fuel that drives it. At Oil Stop, we share many of these values. Like a great football team, constant, ongoing training is the order of the day, because amateurs do it right some of the time, professionals do it right all the time. Stop by Oil Stop and watch our team in action. We think you'll like what you see.
So San Mateo puts points on the board. Big play as they score after the fumble by James gives San Mateo the possession back. Silva kicks it off now for San Mateo. High kick, putting him at the 20. Steps out of bounds near the 30. The Bear Cubs will have 2 minutes and 52 seconds to work with here.
Hopefully they can put together a nice little drive here. And, you know, San Mateo took away a little bit of the momentum back here on that turnover and the quick score. If Santa Rosa gets any kind of drive going here, even just a field goal, I think if they don't give San Mateo the ball back and they move the ball, I think the momentum will come back to Santa Rosa as long as they move the ball. A quick 3 and out by Santa Rosa here, I think, would be...
I was really surprised to see them throw the football in the last possession. I thought they would be content to hold on to the 13-point lead, maybe run the ball a few times, try to pick up a couple first downs and kill the clock. That wasn't the case, and the Bulldogs made them pay for it. They're going to re-kick this. I'm not sure what happened. It was an offside on San Mateo, and the Bear Cubs are betting that Putnam or James can break, although James is not in there now. Xavier Freeman is back deep.
Those flags are pretty small up here from the Bob Euchre sheets here, Dave, so I didn't see that flag either.
I didn't see it. (20-13). Things tightening up here at Bailey Field. Under the lights, rain holding off. They say it's supposed to rain later tonight. And it's Putnam now. We'll take this one from the 15-yard line. And he's hit. Nice open field tackle. Wow. That was Manes Palou out of Burlingame High School, and he brings him down at the 21, so that gamble did not pay off for the Bear Cubs. 2:50 to go in the half. San Mateo with a score on their first possession and what may be their final possession of the first half has tightened the game up.
See what
Mitch Hood brings the offense back out.
Coach Wagner and Coach Ballatori have dialed up here.
Here's Ferguson, and he slips out to the 25-yard line. 4-yard pickup. Bear Cubs do go a little more conservative now. Second and about 6.5 yards to go now for the Bear Cubs. Clock ticking down toward the 2-minute mark here of this first half. Santa Rosa and San Mateo going at it here in Bay 6 conference action. It's Kerr Johnson out of the backfield. He's got some room. Look out. Johnson at midfield steps out of bounds and stops the clock at the 48-yard line. A 23-yard pickup.
Yeah, the crossing route again. The middle linebacker doesn't put any hands on him. He's running free, and you get an athlete like Kerr Johnson in the open field. He turns. I'd like to see him cut this back. You get a great athlete, the ball out in the open space. You know, cut this thing back. The clock's in your favor.
Kerr Johnson capable of breaking one every time he touches the football. Good to throw, incomplete, intended for Beltran. Defended nicely that time by Elijah Orr, 5'11", 185-pound freshman out of Grant High School. Of course, the Bear Cub fans are saying, where's our pass interference penalty? Very similar play that was called on the Bear Cubs earlier. 2nd and 10 with 1:50 to go in the half.
San Mateo with all their timeouts, I believe.
Yeah, they have 3. Hood in trouble. Steps up now and fires it deep down the middle. Just kind of threw that one away, launching it. Bear Cubs also have all 3 of their timeouts.
You know what's nice? The pocket collapses. He starts to put his eyes down, and he brings them right back up to look down the field, and he wasn't so concerned about his pocket pressure.
So 3rd down and 10 for the Bear Cubs from their own 48-yard line. Hood looking for blocking, gets none. He goes down back at the 38. Big sack. The football came out late. Hamilton Tuo and Kevin Powers combine on the sack. Powers out of Burbank High School in Sacramento, and the Bear Cubs are going to have to punt it.
Here, Hood, there's nobody open. Receivers will always tell you they're open, but the pocket collapsed and he pulled the ball down. The bad thing about that is Hood's limping off the field here. Hopefully they get him attended to. Receivers are always when you ask them, they'll always tell you I'm open. The CSM did a good job of covering everybody, and credit Mitch Hood for staying composed, not turning the ball over.
Timeout taken here.
The momentum really turned on that fumble by James. It was a great screen pass, and that one little turnover just, if he doesn't turn it over and he gets tackled right there, the whole momentum, I think, still carries him to halftime. Here now, if they got to get a good punt, hopefully they'll kick him into a corner so they can get no return. Make CSM at least drive the length of the field in a minute and a half. You don't want to get a short punt here. I'm sure they're going to take time, make sure. Don't kick them anything they can return.
Take a look at the conference standings and show you why this game is so big. San Mateo at 3-0. San Francisco, they won today, so they're actually 3-1 as we stand. De Anza drops to 0-4, but De Anza almost pulled off that huge upset. So you can see if Santa Rosa wins this one, there could be 3 teams tied at 3-1 atop the conference standings.
The top of this conference is so competitive. You can't have an off day.
Dalton Mullins to punt. 1:32 to go. Mullins, not one of his better kicks. And it's going to back up near the 30 and end up trickling right there. It took a right turn, but not one of his better kicks. A little off the side of the foot. When he gets a hold of one, you know it. He can boom him out in the 50, 60-yard range.
I'm guessing they told him to kick it off to the side. Probably wanted a little deeper, but just make sure they had no return. Make them go the length of the field.
That is the case. As CSM takes over.
Now, I believe this type of game favors Santa Rosa because CFM isn't the great passing team. They're capable. They just struggle a little more. Here's shovel pass.
A shuttle pass forward to Keenan Smith. He breaks a couple tackles, and Smith will get first down yardage out past the 40-yard line. Nice run by Smith. He ends up picking up about 9 yards on that play. He's going to be just short of the first down.
Nice first down call.
San Mateo with 9 first downs. Looking for their 10th right here. Calmaine gets it to Smith out of the backfield. And he will get the first down as he steps out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Hemphill credited with the tackle.
Boy, he just barely got that.
Yeah, it's close.
Oh.
I thought he had yardage beyond the 40, and they do give him the first down, but it's not by much.
Santa Rosa is standing there, and they moved the chains already. Oh. Yeah, Coach Wagner's standing down there, and
I think he wanted a measurement. Boy, and he didn't get a good spot at all out of that. It is not across the 40. The chains have already been moved, so there's really not much they can do about it at this point.
I can see Coach Wagner being upset with this. I don't blame him one bit. They're going to move the chains back. Whoa.
Wow. Now you're going to see some very upset Bulldogs.
Absolutely. So what they have is they have a little clip they put on the chains, and it marks with the right on the white line. So for the clip, as you can see here, they have a little clip on the chain. It would be stuck between both ends of the chains on the 35-yard line. So that as long as they didn't move that clip, they can be able to replace the change back to where they were just by the little mark on the.
Call it 3rd and inches. I thought he was beyond the 40 where he stepped out of bounds. They'll try it. Stelzner doesn't get the tackle. He had him behind the line of scrimmage, and Smith gets the first down out to the 42-yard line. Keenan Smith's 16th carry of the football game.
The positive it is that takes time off the clock, and it is a Santa Rosa favor.
Calmaine to throw, incomplete. Stelzner with good coverage that time on Marshall with 49 seconds remaining in this first half.
Good coverage, had a little dig route, which dig route basically they run a stop and they spin and then break to the outside. It's difficult to cover because you don't know if he's going to run inside or outside.
2nd and 10. Calmaine swings it out of the backfield. Nice open field tackle. As right there for defense was Jalen Hempel. And he does a nice job
Great
down Joey Wood.
Again, they take great leverage and keep so the receiver has no cutback angle and it's staying inside out on the receiver there.
Bearcats have to burn a timeout as they were trying to get a player off the field. Today's game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Don Jump, bringing 25 years of experience to the Sonoma and Napa Valley. She'd like to send a personal message to all student athletes. It's not how big you are, but how big you play. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You can find Dawn online at dawn@dawnjump.net for your home, auto, and life insurance needs. Member of the Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cub Hall of Fame. There you see the Bear Cubs huddling up right now. 30 seconds remain in this first half. Good football game.
You don't want to see Santa Rosa take the timeout here because the clock's running, but again, it's a big series, so be safe. I mean, obviously with 30 seconds left, you want San Mateo to burn the timeout. But Coach Dante DePaulo, the defensive coordinator at Santa Rosa, they made sure they get the right personnel out there and not get the penalty.
3rd down and 10 for San Mateo. The Bulldogs hoping to put points on the board here on their final possession of the half. That pass is incomplete, intended for Marshall. Chris James on coverage for the Bear Cubs, and it falls harmlessly to the turf. 8 of 17 for 78 yards, Bobby Calmaine, and San Mateo's going to have to punt.
Now, Coach Ballatore with Santa Rosa has got 2 timeouts. He's probably wishing he had 3. They're probably going to get about 20 seconds here, take a couple shots, or what they're going to try to do. Hard to say. So I believe San Mateo just took their 2nd timeout, or Santa Rosa did, I'm not sure.
So both teams burning some timeouts here at the end of this first half. It's been a great football game. Of course, the scary moment, the injury to Presley Pigliati. We'll hope to get a report on him as the game progresses. Some other scores from around the CCCA. Fullerton 35, Orange Coast 14. Moorpark 35, Cerritos 28. Those are both finals. Bakersfield lost to Ventura 49-21. Delta lost to Fresno 45-43. Quite a shootout. Merced 24, Yuba College 20. That is also a final. College of the Siskiyous defeated Sierra 40-21. West Hills, Coalinga 34, Reedley 7. And College of the Redwoods 24, Los Medanos 21. Those are all final scores.
So it was Santa Rosa that took that timeout.
Janorik James back, line drive punt. He lets it bounce. Now he tries to pick it up and the ball is loose. San Mateo has it. Oh my goodness, at the 14-yard line with 16 seconds left in the half. Bear Cubs turn it over for the 2nd time today. Wow. First mistake was letting it bounce at all and then trying to pick it up on the bounce. And San Mateo has the football. That's been one of the problems for him all year, is letting that ball bounce in front of him. Most times he's been wise enough to stay out of the way of it. This time he tried to pick it up and make something happen, and now San Mateo has a golden opportunity here at the end of the half.
Yeah, unfortunately, both two turnovers have changed this whole last 6 minutes of this quarter.
San Mateo has 2 timeouts and 16 seconds to try to tie this game. Calmain to throw. Looking, complete near the 10. Stelzner makes the tackle at the 8 as the pass is complete to Lene Latu, and the clock's going to continue to roll. They'll burn a timeout. It's a pickup of 7 yards. Nice open field tackle by Stelzner with 9 seconds remaining. We're going to take a look at the turnover again on the punt.
I think he expected it to bounce back up to it. Stayed flat on the ground, and it was right in front of him in tough play. You know, nowadays they got the punters that can stick these balls straight in the ground and make them stick, and unfortunately, Generic was caught in a bad spot. You want somebody like that, you're going to hopefully give him the ball in the second half. He might feel more motivated to turn this thing around, and then somebody like that can with his athletic ability.
Dorzell Hicks picked up that fumble for College of San Mateo. Now faced with a 2nd and 7 from the 8-yard line. Nine seconds remain here in this half. 20-13, Santa Rosa over San Mateo by 7. Calmain to throw into the end zone, incomplete, off the fingertips of Lene Latu.
That was an ill-advised throw right there. He was well covered, and as a crossing route right there. It should be the last play of the.
5 seconds to go. What do you do here? Looks like they're going to send the field goal unit on.
A good call. You got momentum. You've turned this thing completely around in just the last 6 minutes. Get these 3 points. It's a great call by the coach.
Cesar Silva, who has made 4 of 5 field goals this year, as long as just a 27-yarder. This will be about a 25-yarder for the Bulldogs to try to make it a 4-point game at the half. Silva looking to knock it through. Got plenty of distance, and it's good. 1 second remain in the half, and San Mateo tightens this one up at 20-16.
Santa Rosa goes from being in complete control. Just a couple of mistakes. Turns it around and gives San Mateo all the momentum coming into halftime.
San Mateo has scored after each turnover.
Coach Wagner's down here with his kickoff return team. I'm sure they're talking about the squib kick.
There's Lenny Wagner.
Is Coach Wagner the special teams coach?
I don't think so, but he was certainly huddled with those guys. Maybe he does work. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, actually, now that you mentioned, I've seen him at practice working with the punters, and he does do a lot of the special teams coaching for this team.
Well, they got to let him do something. I'm teasing Coach Wagner, obviously. He's always a hands-on coach.
Expect a squib kick here by Silva. And it is bouncing. Frazier can't pick it up now. It is finally picked up by Xavier Freeman. And Freeman gets out to the 28-yard line. That's how the first half comes to an end. 20-16 at the half. Great football game. Everything you'd expect from these two great teams going at each other here at Bailey Field with the conference championship on the line. And certainly the Bear Cubs are going to have to talk about ball security and more mental mistakes than anything in terms of that last turnover. And they've showed the ability to move the football at times, but San Mateo is right there at 20-16. Great game.
No, I think you got right on target here. You look at the momentum. San Mateo jogged off the field. They're looking up. Santa Rosa's got their head down a little bit. Coach Wagner and the staff's got to get in there and get them dialed back in and start this game over and really tell them, hey, it's the first half's done. Let's start this thing how we finish, you know. And Mitch Hood has looked good all game, so there's a positive right there. And just really two mistakes. Two mistakes. And I hope they go right back to Deneric James and get him the ball. Both those running backs are so good. Nobody feels worse than he does right now. I look at this thing as the last 6 minutes of the second quarter is San Mateo's game. The rest of it is absolutely Santa Rosa's in control.
All right, well, we're going to step aside here at the half, and we will be back with the start of the third quarter. We'll also have the team totals for you when we come back. It's 20-16, Santa Rosa over San Mateo at the half.
Hard work, sacrifice, character. These are the hallmarks of a great football team or a great company. Well-trained people in the right positions at the right time is the strategy, and commitment is the fuel that drives it. At Oil Stop, we share many of these values. Like a great football team, constant, ongoing training is the order of the day because amateurs do it right some of the time,